Okay, in this video we're going to do an example of integration by parts, which you learn probably in Calculus 2, but sometimes in Calculus 1 also. So I have this problem here, and it says we want to take the integral from 1 to e cubed of x to the 7th times ln of x dx. We know here we have to use integration by parts because we have the integral of the product of two functions, and our one function is x to the 7th, and our other function is ln of x. So you need to choose something to be u and something to be dv in this problem. So one function to differentiate and one function to integrate. And you can choose which function to pick for u by using this acronym, which I learned when I first took calculus. And that acronym is LIATE, or LIATE sometimes I've heard it called. So the L is for logarithmic, like ln of x, or log base, whatever. I is for inverse trig. Oh, we already have an I there. Inverse trig, right? A is for algebraic. So your x to the 7th, for example, or x to any power would be algebraic expression. T is for trig, sine and cosine. And E is for exponential. So an exponential means when your x is in the power term. So 5 to the x or e to the x is an exponential term. So this is how you're going to determine your u by using LIATE, this little acronym. So let's look at our problem now. So we have a log in ln here, so we'll use that for u. So our u is going to be ln of x. Right, that means du, we take derivative of ln of x, is 1 over x dx. And then we need something to pick for dv, which we need to integrate. We have one function left, so we'll take x to the 7th to be dv. And so we integrate that, and our v is 1/8 x to the 8th. Right, now we need to use our regular integration by parts formula. So uv minus the integral of v du, and I'll try to keep my u's and v's as separate and unique looking as possible here. So our u is ln of x, plug that in. U is ln of x, and our v is 1/8 x to the 8th. So I'm going to pull out the 1/8 and then write in x to the 8th right here. And we need to evaluate this from 1 to e cubed. And we have a minus. And then we have integral of v du. So our v, once again, is 1/8. So I'm going to pull that 1/8 out. 1/8 x to the 8th. Our v is x to the 8th. And our du is 1 over x dx. Alright, so here, I'll simplify this term first, so I'll write this back out. 1 over 8 ln of x, x to the 8th, to e cubed. And then we can simplify this here. This becomes minus 1 over 8 integral, with the same bounds, by the way, 1 to e cubed, 1 to e cubed, of, and then x to the 8th over x is going to be x to the 7th dx. Right, so now let's just evaluate this guy, and this is going to come out to be, we're going to write this as 1/8, and we need to evaluate, so we need ln of e cubed, ln of e cubed, times e cubed to the 8th, minus 1 to the 8th, times ln of 1. Right, and remember we still need minus this guy over here, so but I won't write that in for now. We just want to evaluate this. So this is going to come out to be 1/8. This ln of e cubed is just going to become 3. And this e to the 8th, or rather e to the 3rd to the 8th, is, we're going to multiply the exponent power, so we're going to have e to the 24th. And then this over here, well, this is going to be 1, and ln of 1 is 0, so this is going to be 0. This is going to cancel out, so we're going to end that right there. So I'll just rewrite this again. 3/8 right? Pulling the 3 out of there, e to the 24th. And then we're left with minus, I'm going to rewrite this portion back into the problem, minus 1/8 integral 1 to e cubed of x to the 7th dx. So now that's back into our problem. And then all we'll do now is solve the rest of this. So I'll draw an arrow up here. This is going to be 3/8 e to the 24th minus, and then this is going to be 1/8. I'm going to pull that out. And then we integrate x to the 7th, we're going to get another 1/8. And this is going to be x to the 8th. And then this guy is evaluated from 1 to e cubed again. So, at this point now, we're just going to finish this, write it out, and sort of simplify a little bit here. So we've got 3/8 e to the 24th minus, this is going to become 1/64. And this is going to be e to the, well, we're going to do x to the 8th. So I'll write that full thing out. This is going to be 1/64. We got e to the 3rd to the 8th again, minus 1. So you got 3/8 e to the 24th minus 1/64 e to the 24th minus 1. And this is good enough, in my opinion, and I think for most professors, to be your final answer. So you could box that off. But if you wanted to simplify and do more arithmetic and things like that, the final answer that I've seen it written as is 23/64 e to the 24th plus 1/64. And this is just if you distributed this through and then did some subtraction. But this is good enough to put as your final answer. So when doing integration by parts, in conclusion, we're going to choose our u based on LIATE. We write our one term as u, differentiate, pick a dv, then integrate, and then plug it into our formula. And as long as you do all of these things right and all the arithmetic right, you'll end up with the right answer.